Hey, it's Marko here from Fair Realty with your January 2023 Victoria real estate market update. It was a very slow start to the year with 278 sales in January. This is the third lowest on record since we started keeping this statistic in 1990. So the third lowest in 33 years. The only lower years were 2009. When we entered into a recession, we had 247 sales that January. In 1995, we had 277 sales, one lower than this year. Here on the side, I'm going to post the last 5 years of sales, and you're going to see 278 sales for January. It's pretty low. So sales were slow. Inventory ended the month at 1,739. That is obviously substantially higher than last year. Last year we had record low inventory. Here I'm going to post the last 5 years of inventory for January, and we're somewhere in there about average. I would say it actually feels on the ground that inventory is very low because there isn't a lot of quality product out there, even though there is 1,739 active listings in Greater Victoria. New listings, we had 805 new listings. This was slightly up from last year, but compared to the 5-year average, it's actually low, which is kind of surprising, which kind of indicates a couple of things. Either people are really not moving for various reasons. One reason might be people looking to upgrade or downsize. If they have a 5-year fixed mortgage at 2.5% with 4 years left on it, they're not that motivated to move, because if they're, for example, if they want to get something bigger, they have to go out, get a blended mortgage at a much higher interest rate for a higher mortgage amount. So maybe people are just staying put. Secondly, with new listings not coming in at a high number, maybe there isn't that many people that are distressed out there, despite the interest rates having shot up in the last 8 months. Kind of interesting. I thought new listings would increase heading into the new year. Okay, let's talk about the prices. The median for a single family home in Greater Victoria, $1,065,000 compared to the last 5 months. Here on the side, I think we've plateaued in terms of prices. Prices are not coming down every month like they were earlier last year, and I think that's because the system and buyers have processed the rate shock. So last year rates went up very fast, prices came down very fast. Now that interest rates have stabilized, prices are stabilizing as well. Both the median and the average, it would appear, in the last 5 months are reaching some sort of plateau. Condo median was $530,000 for the month of January. So I'll post the last 5 months on the side here. That also appears to have plateaued. So what's my impression of all these numbers? So first of all, sales are very slow. I think it's going to be a tough year in real estate. A lot of people are very optimistic in the industry that we're going to see a huge bounce back this spring, summer. I don't know if I really see it. I mean, I've been doing a few open houses and there's a lot of buyers out there looking. I think there's still a lot of interest in real estate, but I think these high interest rates are going to be sustained for at least this year. And it's really going to impact affordability. It could impact the economy in terms of slowing it down. And while I don't see the real estate market getting substantially worse from here, I also don't see a quick recovery. I think it could simply be a very slow year, which was basically the first 5 years of my real estate career. 2010 to 2014 was just very slow, very steady, with very minor slow price decline. And then I had predicted that inventory would hit somewhere around 3,000 listings come May. I'd made this prediction about 5-6 weeks ago. Listings are coming in pretty slowly, so I'm not confident in that prediction anymore that we're going to see a substantial amount of inventory heading into the spring. I think we actually might top out at 27, 28, 2,900 listings come May. I'm not so confident in that prediction I made 6 weeks ago about hitting 3,000 listings come May. Despite all of this, still feels a lot busier on the ground when I'm dealing with my buyers than the numbers would indicate. And part of this reason is inventory is still relatively low. There's a lack of quality inventory. Every other offer I wrote up in January, there was multiple offers. And why is that? It's, in my opinion, it's because there isn't quality inventory out there. There's a lot less buyers out there, but they're still out there. And because inventory is so low when it comes to quality, when a quality property hits the market at a reasonable price, despite the low sales numbers, you still end up getting multiple offers, which I wasn't seeing in 2010 to 2014 when the market was also very slow. In those 5 years that I was a real estate agent, I did probably, I don't know, 300-400 transactions. I almost never saw multiple offers. But now, market's just as slow. Every other offer, we're seeing multiple offers. So I think that's quite interesting. February is going to be another interesting month. We did see sales increase, the pace of sales increase a bit throughout the January towards the end. So I'm wondering whether that's going to be sustained through February and whether we'll see a bit of an improvement in February in terms of sales seasonally adjusted compared to previous Februarys. That's it for this week. Marko, Juras, Fair Realty.